talk about what happened on November 13th, Wednesday. Big night in the NBA. The first game is the Pacers lost to the Magic 90-94. Low scoring game. The Pacers, here we go again. Tyrese Halliburton, 3 for 14, 11 assists. Tyrese Halliburton, he's very up and down. He has one good game and then three bad games and then one good game. He is the 73rd ranked player, averaging just 16 points, 8.5 assists. Continues to be a buy low, but when you buy low from the beginning, maybe you throw him a top 30 player, throw him a top 40 player, throw him a top 50 player. Now maybe you can try to throw two top 50 players at him. Again, it's very hard to buy low on Tyrese Halliburton because he was getting drafted in the first round, and then most owners they just don't want to sell that low, right? And he's still giving them good assists. If you're, again in category leagues, if he fits your team super well, you can bump up the price, right? Trade your top 35 player with a lot of blocks or rebounds to get Tyrese Halliburton if that really fits your team. Myers Turner, 2 steals and 2 blocks, 11 rebounds, pretty good game. And Siakam, very consistent, 25 points again with 7 rebounds and 2 assists and just super good field goal with 4 threes as well. Benedict Mathurin continues to be a sell high in my opinion. These type of players, it's hard to really evaluate their value rest of the season because you don't know who he's really how many minutes he's really gonna get. So, but 8 for 9 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds is pretty goddamn good. For the Magic, Jalen Suggs struggled offensively. Now he's kind of buy low maybe. Took 15 shots. Not worried at all about him. 2 threes. It's actually extremely positive he's taking this many threes. 2 steals and 2 blocks. Did what he needs to do. While Gogo Badaze, we have to stream him at this point. 12 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks. When Wendell Carter Jr. comes back, 100% of the time Gogo is going to lose his minutes. So enjoy him while you can. Franz Wagner, 29 points. He's also a bit sell high with Banchero out. His usage has just been super high. Everything else, sure, great. Let's move on to the next team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They beat New Orleans Pelicans. Yeah, no surprise there. And Brandon Boston Jr. is the guy that we have to have at the moment. He's getting a lot of minutes. 10 rebound, 4 assists, 2 steals and a block is great. 6 turnovers, yeah, that's what happens when you play Oklahoma City Thunder. 3 for 10, no worries. He's a must roster. Missy, we could roster him as well. Trey Murphy, if Trey Murphy is on the waiver wire, he's also a must roster. I do see Trey Murphy get a good run in because I think when everybody is healthy on the Pelicans, which we don't even know when that's going to be, he might just get like 25 minutes a night. Or he's not going to get 33 minutes a night. Right? They got too many good players. I remember last year for the longest time, he would come off the bench and Herbert Jones would start and they would get like 25 minutes apiece or something. So if you give him 33 minutes, he's going to be really good. He hit a lot of threes. Kind of a 3-and-D player. And he can give you 15 points a night too. Brandon Ingram, 4 threes. He's really the only healthy guy. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. But he's not putting up amazing numbers. Just pretty mediocre to be honest. Because he will be kind of the focus of the defense, and Oklahoma City Thunder, they are a quite good defensive team. For OKC, Shea, 29 points, 2-0, yeah, just doing what he needs to do. And Jalen Williams started at the center, and my God, what a line! 31 points, 4 3, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. He's really good. And after this game, he struggled actually a little bit the first week or two. He's a 9th ranked player, averaging 21 points. He could do that. 2 threes, he could do that. 6 rebounds, he could do that. 5 assists, he could do that too. It's really the steals a little bit too high. But in fantasy, it doesn't hurt you anywhere. Super efficient, a lot of defensive stats. And now he's playing at the center position. I wonder if he's going to get more rebounds as well, until Isaiah Hartenstein comes back. Isaiah Joe had a stinker. I still think it's okay to stream this guy with in the short term. They have to give somebody. They like to go small. Same thing with Cason Wallace. He came off the bench the game before. Now he's started. Had 5 steals. Like these are the 2 guys that we should look to stream. Move on to the next game. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Sixers. It was a somewhat close game, 114-106. Donovan, the Cavaliers, they're chasing record at this point. Out of nowhere, they started the season 13-0. With great game from Donovan, hit 5 threes, 13 rebounds. Darius Garland, one surprising thing for him this year is how about his field goal percentage? Over 50%, and he shot the ball really well here too. 25 points with 1 3, 6 assists. Jared Allen is kind of meh, 12 rebounds and 11 points. And Mobley, same thing, just no blocks versus the Sixers team today with no Joel Embiid and no Paul George. Sixers, they really got to start winning some games. Otherwise, are they even going to be in the play-ins? At this rate, no, for sure. And how about Jared McCain? Wow, what a game. Sure, we need to roster him in the short term. Yes. 34 points with 6 threes, 10 assists, and 2 steals. What a game from him, We did not see it coming. I guess he was getting a lot of minutes even before this game. So he's definitely getting trust from the coach, Nick Nurse. So at this point, we should pick him up. But, honestly, when everybody comes back, he's not really going to have a big role on this. He's just going to hit some threes. That's really it. But the problem with Sixers is Joel Embiid always going to be out. Paul George, we don't know if he's going to miss every single back-to-back. But he's going to miss some back-to-backs as well. So, this guy's going to have some opportunity. And Tyrese Maxey is still weeks away. And they actually just went away from Andre Drummond. And they started this guy that Yubu Sealy, 6'6" center. He looked very chunky on the court. 10 rebounds. I guess we could stream him with Embiid out, moving forward. Caleb Martin, Caleb Widgeon. I mean, these guys, and Kyle Lowry. I mean, these guys, they're okay to have, but just to stream. None of them is must rosters. Move on to the next one. The Chicago Bulls beat the Knicks. Wow, a tough loss for the Knicks, to be honest. 124-123. The Bulls, Kobe White, 22 points and 2 threes. That's pretty good. Josh Giddey hit 1 3, 6 assists, and a steal. 5 points. Okay in 28 minutes. Nikola Vucevic, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block, 19 points. Continues just to be amazing. I don't know what else to say at this point. 10th ranked player on the season. Obviously, he's not going to be that way. He's shooting 59% this season. I mean, at this point, I think we have to recognize that something's changed with Vucevic. It's not just a hot shooting streak of the first 13 games. We don't exactly have a small sample size. I think maybe just the shot quality he's getting is the biggest change, right? I'd still consider a sell high. Like if you could get a top 20 player, top 25, he's not going to be a top 10 player. Try to do those type of trades. Patrick Williams continues to play well, put up good numbers. We could stream him. For now, and Zach LaVine also went off. Best game of the year for him so far as well. 4 threes, 70% from the field, 4 threes, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Zach LaVine has been underwhelming, I would say, this year. He is, let's see, Zach, 65th ranked player. Actually, it's not too horrible. 65th ranked player, as he's coming back, nursing back from injury. 23 points, 3 threes, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists is good enough. I guess really the only thing that stands out is 73% from the free throw line. But to make it up, he's shooting 54% from the field. That's extremely, extremely good. And he's getting like 1 steal, which, I think there were a couple years, his steal numbers is extremely low. 0.9 for him, I think it's good enough. We can't complain. For the Knicks, how about Karl Anthony Towns? 46 points, 3 steals, 10 rebounds, 6 threes. Yeah, he's the 5th ranked player. A bit sell high, but I mean, it's really, like if you trade him, depend. Like if you can get Luka for him, yeah, I would do it, of course. If you can get Giannis for him, I would do it. And again, it depends on your team. right? What Cat does is he's super super efficient, give you a lot of rebounds, and as a center free throw. Now you can build a team around him with good free throws, and that might fit your team super super well. Maybe you can pay a higher price to get him if that's what really if that's what you really want. But he's only averaging point 0.8 blocks. I think given his offensive load, I don't see him blocking that many shots. Point 0.8 is honestly a little bit low. If he can get that up to 1.5 consistently, he's going to be a top 10 player. I think it's pretty locked in, given how efficient he is. Right? If he's scoring this much, then he doesn't even need to get the blocks to be at the top, top 10 player. But really, really good. While Jalen Brunson continues to kind of struggle. Knicks this year, they're just not generating that many defensive stats. 24 points, 8 assists, and 3 threes is good, but Jalen Brunson is nowhere close to where he was last year. It kind of makes sense. Cat is taking such usage away. I mean, this game, 46 points. Mikal Bridge had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists is okay. OG Anunoby had 2 blocks. These guys are getting huge minutes. Josh Hart, after getting a triple-double, he's just tired this game. Don't worry about him. 8 rebounds. Still had 8 rebounds and 6 assists. Move on to the next game. The Celtics beat the Brooklyn Nets. 134-119. Jason Tatum is just putting up amazing numbers. He definitely has a chip on his shoulder, I feel like. This year, really trying to go for the MVP, to be honest. He felt disrespected over the summer. 36 points is great. 10 assists. That means his usage is just crazy. 9 rebounds and 5 threes. Has the ball in his hands all the time. Jaylen Brown played 36, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. I'm surprised, given how big of a blowout this game is. Jason Tatum still played 35 minutes and Jaylen Brown played 36. Well, it makes sense to give Derrick White a little bit of rest, right? Derrick White, he only played 22 minutes. He was going off. Had a block, 3 threes, 9 points. Good enough. And Jrue Holiday, one of his best game of the season. 3 steals and a block, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, and 2 threes, and 16 points. Yeah. But too many games, he just doesn't do anything. This is obviously a good game versus a bad team. And Peyton Pritchard, want to point that out. How about him? 36 points, 36 minutes, 5 threes, 8 assists, 2 steals. What a game from him. Yeah, I think because of blowout, he just got a lot more minutes over Derrick White. If it's a close game versus a good team, he just doesn't get this many minutes. So I would try to use the opportunity to sell him. And Sam Hauser also got a few extra minutes. so is Luke Cornett. And this game, I guess they didn't have Al Horford also. So some of these other guys got a few extra minutes. For the Brooklyn Nets, Nick Claxton, stinker, but it's fine. He's starting. He's getting the minutes. And Ben Simmons, where is Ben Simmons? He's out, yeah. Cam Thomas had 3 17 points and nothing else. Dennis Schroeder, these two guys, they cooled off a little bit. They are against the Celtics this game. But, both guys were super high sell highs. Zaire Williams, he starts, had a great game. Maybe he's somebody we should look at for streaming or, because I feel like the roster for Brooklyn Nets this year is going to be up and down, right? Like some guys going to come in and start playing more minutes. They just experiment different lineups. Like Jalen Wilson was getting 30 minutes a couple games. Now Zaire Williams is getting 30, starting getting 26. So we'll see. But for now, it's totally fine to stream him. Cameron Johnson had 9 points. Yeah, I mean, they got kind of destroyed, so they didn't really do anything. This next game is actually kind of crazy. The Washington Wizards, look at the score, 130-139. There was no defense being played this game. And how about Jordan Poole for the Wizards? He was kind of struggling before this game. But, yeah, this is why we drafted Jordan Poole. Because I think out of a season, maybe he will have this type of game 5 or 6 times. 42 points, 6 threes. Just absolutely goes off. 6 assists and 2 steals. Amazing. Alex Sarr, actually, versus Wemby, he had a decent game. He missed all his threes. But 1 steal and a block, 12 points. He just blocked so many shots, to be honest. You just have to roster him in category leagues just because of the blocks. Carrington had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 threes. Good enough. I think he's also a must roster. And Kyle Kuzma, he had some foul trouble, so he only got 25 minutes. But every time Kyle Kuzma goes out for 30 points, we should look to trade him. And Belo Bali, not the best game, but the minutes is still high, so he's obviously a must roster. Don't drop this guy. And some guys off the bench, Corey Kispert, we could stream here, and Keyshawn George. These two guys, they hit a lot of threes, so we could stream them. That's it. And then, how about our friend Victor Wembanyama? After this game, second ranked player. My God, this is a ridiculous line, to be honest. 50 points as a center, 8 threes. He missed a bunch of free throws, but that's okay. 1 steal and 3 blocks. Yeah. Like I said before, Wemby, when he plays bad teams, he's just going to put up some ridiculous lines. He had 50 points in 32 minutes. I mean, he could have even went for more. I mean, some of the greatest centers, like Shaq, I don't know what's his highest, like 60 points or something. It's not easy for like a traditional big man to have this many points, but he's no traditional big man. He took 16 threes, hit 8 of them. So, great. The rest of the Spurs, Chris Paul is still putting out really good numbers, 11 assists and 3 steals. But all these guys, I don't really trust if they're gonna have big minutes. Stephon Kessel plays just 27. I think we could still hold him just to see what minutes look like, right? Not super optimistic about him getting consistent 30 minutes on this team, but hey, I mean, this game Harrison Barnes got 30 minutes, Julian Champion got 33. So yeah, Stephon Kessel, I would pick him up and just to see how things go. 5 assists is pretty good. And then Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. Is Devin Vassell a must roster? He's kind of like, he can put up really good numbers, like perfect 3-and-D guy, but just he's not starting. I don't know if they ever will start him this season. I don't know. The next game is the Bucks beat the Pistons. Great. Good to see them actually win the game. 127-120. Kate Cunningham, what a game from him. 35 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 threes, and 3 steals with 5 threes. He took 34 field goals. That is insane. Wemby took, 28 shots? Yeah, insane. He got 35. 6 turnovers, yeah, but who cares? Malik Beasley played 44 minutes. Yeah, Jaden Ivey out. So, okay, if Jaden Ivey is out again, 100% stream Malik Beasley for threes. Jalen Duren, with everybody going off, he had an okay game. 6 assists, but just no blocks. Come on. Tobias Harris also played ridiculous minutes with 44. But just 10 points. Struggled a little bit from the field. And then we look at the Bucks, with still, with Damian Lillard out, what's funny is the Bucks won a few games, so there might be some discussions like, oh, what's going on? Are they a better team without him? That's, obviously not true. Giannis, 59 points. Yeah, Giannis went off here. So many people go off yesterday. 16 for 17 from the free throw line. Yeah, he became a free throw anchor here. 14 points, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 3. Amazing game from him. Brook Lopez, speaking of amazing, how about him? 29 points, 8 rebounds. This is actually just a ridiculous line. 5 threes, 3 steals, and 5 blocks. What? Crazy game from Brook Lopez. If you have him, you would know, like, he will have games like this, and then he will have games where he has 0 steals and 0 blocks. But versus a bad team, it all makes sense. AJ Green, you could stream for threes, but that's it. Delon Wright actually got the start. Yeah, I feel like if Damian Lillard is out multiple days or multiple games again, Delon Wright is 100% somebody we should be streaming. He had 0 points, but 8 assists and 2 steals. I think he's still extremely good. Taurean Prince also played extremely high minutes. 15 points and 10 rebounds. Let's move on to the next game. The Houston Rockets beat the Clippers 111-103. James Harden, his scoring has really dipped down. And his assists also went down quite a little bit, compared to his first week. He was getting like 15, 16 assists. James Harden right now just a 30th ranked player. Still averaging 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 1.7 steals. He's just shooting 36% from the field and averaging 5 turnovers. He only has 1 here. But yeah, he's fallen off quite a bit. It probably has something to do with age, to be honest. He's played every single game. Yeah, that's actually not a good sign. That means, he's already slowing down, and we're only, 13 games into the season. Norman Powell also had a tough one. I guess Rockets, they are a great defensive team. Now that I realize, especially for versus the guards, they got so many killers out there, so many good defenders. So Norman Powell obviously struggled. He's fine. He was a bit sell high. Collectively, none of the Clipper guys had a good game. Zubac plays just 27 minutes. I wonder why that is. Don't they have Shengun? Why he play only 27? I guess Clippers were down, so they need some offense. Yeah, it's fine. Chris Dunn actually got to start because Derrick Jones Jr., Terrence Mann off the bench. They started Chris Dunn. Just weird stuff going on. Yeah, if Chris Dunn gets 30 minutes a night, he's absolutely a must roster, but he's not. So I wouldn't really do anything after one game. For the Rockets, Fred VanVleet finally had the, somewhat bounce back game with five rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks with 2 threes. Jalen Green, got his 21 points with 21 shots. And Emperor Shengun, pretty good game actually. Didn't shoot the ball that well, but 11 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and 4 blocks. He's having a good week so far, to be honest. Versus the Wizards, he absolutely went off. And then he's a 41st ranked player. But I think if you ignore his free throws, he's still shooting just 47%. I feel like he should hit this 50% from the field. So if his both efficiency goes up, I think he's the type of guy that's give you 20 points and 12 rebounds, right? Over a steal, over 1.5 blocks, that type of numbers, and he can also get you 4 or 5 assists. So season is still young. Shengun, I think, it still has some upside from this point. And Jabari Smith Jr., horrible. Is he droppable? This year I haven't seen him have one single good game. Not one. And he only played 20 minutes here because Amen Thompson is just a killer out there with 18 points. Yeah, at this point, should we just pick up Amen Thompson and see how things go? I mean, it would be nice he gets 25, but my God, he can put up numbers. Tari Eason at this point also a must roster. They're just putting up better numbers, and I mean, it's hard. Shengun was a minus 18 actually, also pretty horrible, but come on. Plus 19 points, yeah. These bench players, I think at this point, Thompson and Tari Eason, they have to be picked up and see how things go. They are just being ridiculous on defense. The next game, Phoenix, we know KD lost to the Kings 124-104. So the minutes were pretty low across the board. Tyus Jones with 8 assists and 2 threes. Devin Booker with just 18 points and 2 threes. Bradley Beal is also out this game. So in the short term, I think Ryan Down is somebody we could stream. Same thing with Grayson Allen, who was also out this game. So Josh Okogie got his 28 minutes, actually went off. But yeah, I think Ryan Down is the obvious option, obvious stream if guys continues to be out, with AD until AD comes back. But he was horrible. He was a minus 29. Added a steal and 2 blocks and 2 threes. That's pretty good, those categories. Royce O'Neal, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. It's okay. For the Kings, De'Aaron Fox, what a game from him. 29 points, 10 assists. Really, the only thing I'm looking at him and Sabonis is the assist. So, wait, did DeRozan get hurt? He played just 17 minutes. Yeah, he was questionable. After this stinker, he's the 23rd ranked player. Yeah, if DeRozan is out, Malik Monk would have got a usage boost, but he's also out. Yeah, so Keon Ellis is the guy that we could stream. But if Malik Monk comes back, then we stream him too. Keegan Murray had an okay game with 3 threes and 17 points, and Sabonis is, another triple-double. And Kevin Huerter, perfectly fine to stream. He got a lot of minutes because all the guys are out. Had a really good game too. Move on to the next game. We have 2 more games left. I don't know what's going on with Minnesota, and I don't know what's going on with Portland. Right? As soon as the guards got injured, they start winning games. Okay. For the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, amazing. 4 steals and a block, 24 points. I wouldn't say amazing, to be honest. He took 25 shots and played 40 minutes. Amazing because he had 4 steals and a block. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, yeah, I mean, with Mike Conley out, he put up a great line. Sure. But Mike Conley is probably going to be back next game. For Rudy, 12 points and 10 rebounds. Pretty mediocre. No blocks. Julius Randle had 20 points and 10 rebounds. Mediocre, right? This is just very Julius Randle. Jaden McDaniel's been getting a lot of defensive stats. So if you want to pick him up for defense, yes. But for the longest time, he wasn't getting any defensive stats. He got 4 here. Because even though they lost, Portland is not a good team. So Nasri came out the bench, and Dante goes 1 for 10. Yeah, Naz Reid and Dante DiVincenzo, I don't think they're much rosters. They're too up and down. They're very up and down. So, and then on top of that, sometimes they only get 22, 25 minutes. So probably not enough to be considered a must roster. For Portland, how about Shaedon Sharpe? 33 points, 3 threes. Yeah, if you want to pick him up, sure. But I think in fantasy, he just doesn't. I mean, he's going to give you points and threes, but doesn't really give you anything else. He's not a big defender either. So, but for now, I think with Fernie Simons out there, we could definitely stream him. Scoot Henderson, with the Fernie Simons out, he only got 27. What? I don't know who they give the minutes to. But yeah, Danny Advia, really, really tough. I think it's okay to drop him. Yeah, it's just with guys out, they're not even playing him. They definitely want to play Shaedon Sharpe over him. So yeah, Donovan McKinley. Oh my God. With DeAndre Ayton out, 8 blocks, 12 rebounds, ridiculously high upside with the blocks, kind of like Walker Kessler type of player. They also have Robert Williams, who didn't play. So Robert Williams is also ridiculous in fantasy. It's just when DeAndre Ayton is playing, they don't get minutes. In the short term, yeah, stream him. Jeremy Grant, 8 points, and Kamara, these guys get minutes, but, not a big fan. The last game of the night is the Grizzlies. I mean, it was somewhat close with no Ja Morant. So it's the Grizzlies. I mean, look at the roster. Jaren Jackson Jr. should play up a good line, 29 points, still 2 steals on the block. But with him, we talked about many times, it's the lack of blocks. Scottie Pippen Jr., my God, he's so good. 3 steals on the block, 15 points with 1 3. Absolutely must roster. They started Jay Huff. It's amazing. I guess AD also played. It's amazing how good this team is actually. I don't think they have that many good players on this roster at this game. They kept it close, and they held AD to just 21 points, 6 for 16. LeBron obviously went off, but on the Grizzlies, yeah, Santi Aldama absolutely must roster, even when all the guys are healthy, right? Scottie Pippen Jr. obviously must roster. Jaden Iddy, he's not. His minutes is just too inconsistent. And would you look at that? Marcus Smart is back, but he comes off the bench. So if you need defensive stats and assists, you could stream him. But even with no Ja Morant, they're not playing him. They're not starting him. They're not playing him huge minutes. So yeah, maybe at some point he'll get 30 minutes, but not right now. And even when he does play 30 minutes, I don't think he's a must roster. For the Lakers, LeBron went off 35 points. My God, LeBron. Yeah. If he wants to, he still put up just really scary numbers. And amazingly, he hasn't missed a game. 40 years old. Crazy. Rui Hachimura had a great game. But like I said, he's not a must roster. Austin Reeves also pretty good. And D'Lo. Yeah, you might want to drop him. Yes. Totally get it. But let's just still hold for a few more games. Because he will get 30 minutes at some point this season again. And then continue to have 30 minutes. Right now, it's just tough. He's not playing much defense. And JJ Redick is not playing around. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.